Today, if a buyer looking to buy into the sand, some points to take note.
Talk about own stay. I think own stay profits.
Do you really think that there will be major transformation here?
Actually, if you look at things at a wider perspective,
Welcome to the second episode of Beyond the PSF. Today, we'll be talking a brand new project called The Sand. Will buying the sand make sense or will it make you sense? So today, we're trying a brand new video format. We'll be having a debate style whereby each of us will have 5 minutes to defend our own stand. So the sand itself is actually a brand new project located along Jalan Jurong Kechil. So it's 5 blocks of 10 stories residential building, and it comes with 1-to-1 car park lot. Total number of units in this project itself is actually 347, and it's a 99 years leasehold project. Nigel, are you ready to defend your own position?
of course, the sand is the underdog of the year 2025.
Oh, we shall see.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready. You start. Go.
Okay, so what do you think of the price of the sand itself? Is it too expensive compared to the nearby surrounding resale projects?
Price, okay, we talk about price in totality first. I think if you look at new launch prices this year, the sand is, I would say, I don't use the word cheap lah. Today, nothing very cheap. Slightly on the cheaper end if you compare to things like Penwith and Sky at Holland. Of course, those were more central location. We look at the OCR of things, which is the outskirts of Singapore. We look at Springleaf. I think Springleaf averaged about 2178 per square feet. Let's round it out at about 2002 per square feet. Springleaf only has an MRT station, and there's absolutely nothing around it at this very point in time at its launch. Okay, so 2002 per square feet, nothing. Okay, we talk about Norwood Grand last year at Woodlands, also cost 2000 plus. So if you ask me, is it cheap? I don't think it's very expensive if you are looking at OCR launches. Now we talk about resale pricing and positioning, right? I think Verdale at the resale market has already done 2001-ish per square feet in terms of resale prices, and in terms of the 3-bedroom absolute quantum, we are looking at about 2.1 to 2.2 million for a 3-bedder at Verdale right now resale. So today, I think the starting from prices, you can get a 3-bedder at the Sand easily below 2 million.
Okay, let me cut you off right there. Since
Wow.
we talk about Verdale itself.
Okay.
So let's talk about Verdale.
Hey,
so,
cut people off one. Very good.
Nearby projects like Verdale, I mean that's the purpose of the button, right?
Okay.
So nearby projects like Verdale haven't been performing that well in the sense that in terms of transaction volume itself, yes, the quantum has been there, but transaction volume somehow feels a bit muted. At least that's what people feel on the ground itself.
Okay.
So, do you think there's really enough demand in this area to actually support the exit strategy of the Sand?
Actually, if you look at things at a wider perspective, Verdale, you say don't perform well. But actually, if you look at the transactions, they make money. Number one, they make money. You talk about lower volume. Okay, possible, but if you look deeper, Verdale got no primary school. Okay, point number one, Verdale got no primary school. Verdale also is a low rise. So I think it's a double whammy, right? I'm not saying Verdale is not good, okay, but Verdale is a low rise with no primary school. Okay, that's like I think a double negative. If you look at the Sand, it's going to be 10 stories high because the plot ratio has been rezoned from 1.4 to 1.6. Okay, so 10 story high, and it has 1 km to Bukit Timah Primary School. So now it is, I won't say it's a high rise like Zion Grand, but it is 10 stories high and it has a primary school. So I don't think the resale demand will be muted as per what you say. I'm going to press the Bobby button.
Okay, since you talk about, the 10-story height of this building and all, right? So traditionally, when we have a high-rise project itself, generally you will have a good range of prices between the lower floor unit and the upper floor unit. So what that brings about is that every price point itself is being tested, and people test the boundary already. So there's actually a very good safety net over there in terms of pricing. But since the Sand is only 10 stories high, do you think that this 10-story height will so-called limit the exit strategy or the resale of this project itself? Go ahead.
Short answer, no.
Oh,
Verdale, Daintree, Forex, all low rise, all make money. So,
yeah.
so you press my one.
Your short answer into my short answer time.
Too bad.
Yeah.
So no.
So now that we understand that, actually, if you look at this map itself, right, a lot of people think that Bukit Batok. Okay, what's the first thing that comes to mind when I talk about Bukit Batok?
The Xiao Gui Ling. I don't know.
What else? I mean, For most people, actually, it's Ulu, right? Okay, let's face it. A lot of people
No lah,
feel that it's
people
a bit
stay
Ulu.
Bukit Batok won't say Ulu lah.
Oh, okay. Sorry to offend anyone in this video itself. But actually, right, if you go and search Google Map itself, Bukit Batok is actually in the central of Singapore. Don't believe viewers right now. You go to Google Map, you type in Bukit Batok, and you zoom out on Google Map itself.
Wow, good,
It's as good as Ang Mo Kio. Because in between, right, it's just a central catchment area. So, for many years, right, along this area itself, there was this passageway that runs from Kranji all the way to Keppel, known as the railway corridor. So, for a very long period of time, this railway corridor actually belongs to our very friendly neighbor, Malaysia. So, along this stretch itself, right, naturally, when this plot don't belong to Singapore, there will be very limited development along this area. Which is why if you go and search, once again, go to Google Map, type in railway corridor, you realize that along this stretch itself, right, is mostly empty forest area or industrial area. So right now, since the railway corridor has been exchanged back by our government, do you think there will be a major transformation over here? I mean, the SAN has been pitching about transformation in the area. Do you really think that there will be major transformation here, or will it still remain Ulu?
Well, I think the downtown line speaks for itself. I think the introduction of the downtown line, you can see, runs across this corridor that you have been mentioning. It runs in parallel. And I think most of a lot of launches, a lot of developments running across this downtown line. I think you have the reserve residences, the KAP area, the King Albert Park area. There's some form of rejuvenation. Singapore, as we all know, limited land. End of the day, how ulu can it be? Springleaf also sell 80-90%. That one more ulu, right? That one who claim? You claim? No, right? So end of the day, I think Singapore got limited land. Everything and anything eventually will get developed, and you can see that government is focusing in this region as of now. You can see that surrounding the SAN, there are still plots of land coming up. There will be land being sold, there will be land being bought, there will be new condos being introduced in the area. I think all this will bring about more resale in future and boost the prices up in the whole totality of this whole area, like the Bukit Batok Central area, if you mentioned.
Very well mentioned. So, by the way, press one button again. Your time left 1 minute, 20 seconds. It's my turn. Okay, so generally now brings me to the next point of question, which is why I ask you about transformation itself is that personally, yes, like I also look forward to this transformation along the downtown line itself. And recently there have been a lot of launches around this area, especially the Dairy Farm area, the King Albert Park area and all. So this brings me to the next concern.
Okay.
Do you think with so many empty plots around this area and all, right, the upcoming construction noise will be an issue that will affect the livability of this area? After all, this area is targeted mostly for own stay residential use and all.
Okay.
So with such a major transformation happening, right, will the construction noise be an issue or not? Go ahead.
Guys, facts you want to buy, and this is a Singaporean thing I want transformation, then I don't want noise. I buy into somewhere fully built up, no construction noise, then where's the transformation? Correct or not? Give and take a bit If you want to buy into somewhere a bit more ulu now and then have the transformation built up, then no choice, there is some construction noise. But what we can do, or what your agents can do, is help you pick units that probably may avoid this noise but there's no 100% Of course, want to have transformation, got chance to have some noise I'm not so concerned about that if you ask me.
Let me save you some time. So just now like you mentioned, right, let your agent choose some unit for you. So right now, since we have the last few seconds and all, what is your unit pick of this project itself, and what unit do you think will actually give the buyers of this project a stronger exit strategy in future?
Okay, I think if you look at profitability around this region, you look at Daintree, you look at Verdale, you look at all these foreign, the most profitable units are the 3 and 4 bedders. And I think this is quite common in the entire Singapore. 3-4 bedders generally own stay more profits. Okay, but I think even more so in this area where the own stay, it is a very predominant own stay area, right? You have to buy the 3-4 bedder. It has to be. And I think one thing good about the SAN is the layout. If you take a look, the 3-bedder, the show flat 3-bedder, it has a landscape living room, which I think very rare you find out. Nowadays, most 3-bedders are portrait. You want a landscape living, right? It is usually 4-bedder and up. So over here you can get a 3-bedder and landscape living. I think that should be the go-to.
Let me donate my time to you.
Oh,
Have
wow.
you finished?
Oh, okay, go ahead. I say finish already. Your turn.
Okay, so over here itself, just to add on to whatever Nigel have said, right? Generally, right, the 3 and 4 betas predominantly over here, I believe by this point of the video itself, we all should have summarized that this is actually a very own stay heavy area.
Yeah.
People generally buy here for the own stay because they're used to the lifestyle over here and all. So in terms of unit choice and all, for every project itself, the project towards TOP stage, key collection stage, definitely will sell out itself. But end of the day, you just need to make sure that whatever you buy, you are aware of what you're getting yourself into. And if let's say to me, the primary use of a house is actually to provide a shelter for you to stay in, and then to have a home that to come home to.
Yep.
So over here itself, like what Nigel mentioned, I think the 3 and 4 bedder are okay. The layout are good, but for those that are looking at the 1 and 2 bedder, feel free to contact us for more discussion, and then for us to share more with you.
I think to add on to Bobby's point, I think over here profitability. Okay, we talk about own stay lah. I think own stay can profits lah. Day 3 averagely profit about 470,000.
This is for 3 bedders, right?
3-4 bedders and high up to 700+K. I think same as forward as well. So if you really want to see some meat in your, not cents lah, but dollars lah, right? I think you have to go for a 3-4 bedder in this area. And I think the layout really triumphs the surrounding resale. So if you compare Dane 3, I think in future, we just talk about future. In future, when Dane 3, Verdale, all these side by side with you, right, you will definitely have the best layout. You are harmonized, okay? Most efficient layout. Your rooms are the biggest. I think most well use of space. And then we talk about old quantum. I think right now Verdale is going at about 2.1, 2.2 million resale in terms of 2.1, 2.2 in terms of quantum as well as PSF. Right, but today at the Sen harmonized starting form price, I think 3 bedder you can get slightly below 2, and probably if you average it out, maybe 3 bedder over there maybe slightly above 2. That is basically a new launch price today, selling same as resale. That should tell you whether can buy or cannot buy. If you can find a unit, get a unit, entry price about same as surrounding resale, I think really can buy.
One thing to note is that this project itself, generally all of them are point blocks. For those of you that actually likes privacy and then less neighbors along your corridor, this would be one of the better units out there, better projects out there. To summarize, today if you're a buyer looking to buy into the Sen, some points to take note. Number 1, if you're an investor looking for the investment type of units, the 1 and the 2 bedders, generally there are better choice in the market itself. Feel free to contact us to find out more. Number 2 is if the price of the Sen exceeds 2,500 PSF, I will probably look elsewhere. Third, if you are looking for short-term gain, a quick flip, I'll probably avoid this project itself. Number 4, if you are someone that is actually very sensitive to noises, please choose the unit wisely. Ensure that you actually avoid the facing that actually look into the future constructions.
Okay, good points to take note of. For me, why I would buy the Sen, and for buyers out there looking to buy the Sen, number 1, if you are a 3-4 bedder buyer, I would say go ahead. The unit types here, the efficient layout, it's harmonized. I've seen the layouts, they are all very well spaced, all the rooms and the living area. You get a nice landscape living room, even at a 3-bedroom, which I think most of us know you minimally need a 4-bedder to get this type of size and kind of layout configurations. So for 3-4 bedders buyer, buying for your own stay, I will not say short term, but mid to longer term hold, I think very good buy. Okay, comparing to your surrounding neighbors, you will definitely have the best layouts. Okay, in terms of quantum, if looking at the indicative launch price at about 2,002 per square feet, the quantum should be also very similar to the resale quantum. So if you're going to be the same price as the resale, but you're going to have superior layouts, I think the Sen will make a lot of sense. Okay, that comes to the end of our video. I hope you guys have good takeaways and are well entertained. We'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Today's debate is more on whether or not Penrith will make as much as Sterling.
Just talk purely good one, resale market, Queen Sterling. Why I buy Penrith?
One thing that Penrith have that Sterling doesn't have.